All right, well, I've got some new parts. So here's my $20 carburetor, no name, obviously, from Amazon. And then here's the two hoses that go with it. And then here's my new fuel pump. Obviously not an OEM pump, but that's fine. So the reason I got the fuel pump is because the carb and the fuel pump together were like 30 bucks. And the carb by itself was like 20 bucks. So what I am waiting on is I am waiting on the gaskets. I have neither gasket for the carburetor, so I have neither the engine side or the air filter side gasket for the carburetor. Hopefully I'll get those on Monday. Today is Sunday, June 2nd. I'll kind of explain what I've done so far. Let me walk over here to the other side of the Easy Go. But last week when I went to go order the parts, I thought I was going to get them in before time. And I fell asleep while I was ordering them, sitting on the couch, just passed out, long week. And I did not get them ordered like I should have, because I was about 45 minutes later on getting the shipping time. So they won't be here until Monday instead of coming on Friday. What I have done so far is I've gone ahead and started replacing the fuel lines. So I've got, that's the fuel tank right there. So I've gone ahead and taken out the rest of the wood in the back here. But that's the fuel tank. I didn't know it had I guess it has a fuel gauge. I'm not really sure. I can't remember, to be honest. I'll have to go look again. But that's the fuel gauge right there. Here's the tank suction hose. I've gone ahead and replaced that up until here. The fuel pump goes in a little bracket right down in there. And then I've got the pulse line coming from the crankcase of the engine, and then the fuel supply line going to the carburetor that I still have to replace. Here's the old fuel pump and the line. I'm going to try to replicate those lines since the fuel pump's the same. This line down here on the bottom is my pulse line for the pulse pump, and that's the fuel line right there. So I'm going to work on that. I can't do too much more on this until I get the carb on there. So I think this is pretty much it for today. I'll go over a couple things that I've done inside. Oop, gotta go around the other side. This thing is taking up way too much space in the shop, and I'm trying to clean the shop up. I've got a couple parts of the shop already cleaned. So I got my new key switch. That was like 10 bucks, something like that. And the key does work in the old one. So got that. Oh yeah, that's the fuel gauge right there. So fuel gauge works. Lights come on when you turn it over, when you turn the lights on. I don't know. I hadn't looked and see if the tail lights work. Let's see if the tail lights work. Yep, tail lights work. So I don't know if you can see those on the video, but the tail lights do work. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think we're moving forward pretty well in this project. And so we get that off. As someone pointed out in a recent comment, something I realized after I made the video, this is a deep cycle battery. And so it is taking a charge. Right now it's at 57%. It does seem to take a charge. So hopefully it'll be okay, and I can use it instead of trying to buy a new having to buy a new deep cycle battery. I have not been able to figure out about a compression release. I do know that this is a pre-MCI engine. It's 295cc. There was also an option for a 350cc engine. This is the 295cc engine. I believe it's 11 horsepower. And the pre-MCI is pre-2003, which obviously makes sense with this being either 96 or 98. So that's it for right now. It's just going to be kind of a piece together as I go. I've got parts scattered everywhere. I got to try to clean this up because I do want to I at least want to roll this outside so I can attempt to clean up some of the mess in the shop. So I'll do that, and probably this video won't come out until I get some more parts to add on to it. I may, and the sad part is I'm actually, I think the gasket that's going to get here latest, it probably won't come till Tuesday, is the one from the engine to the carb. So That's going to be kind of disappointing because you can't do anything until I have that gasket. So anyway, thanks for watching, and there'll be another part right after this. Alright, well, I will have to apologize. I did 98% of the work on this machine off camera. Mostly, sorry, bugs, and I think a dog hair. So, did 95, 98% of the work off camera. Got the new fuel pump installed, which is right here. Got all new lines run, got the new carburetor installed. One of the reasons I didn't video it is I didn't have my camera and my wife was helping me, which was kind of unusual, and she doesn't want to be on video, so I have to respect that. Got everything hooked back up, and I took a couple snorts of starting fluid. Now this was last night, but let's see if it works again this morning before I gotta get the 45 loader and everything out. Turn it on. Let's see if it runs. Sounds nice. I gotta get everything buttoned back up, but it does run. Looks to be good oil pressure, doesn't smoke at all. It does stink, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. So now we just got to get it out and get it moving. I tried to move it last night just to reverse it, but the flat tire up here kind of got the best of me, and I wasn't going to fill it up only to go flat. So let me get everything cleaned up. I got to get the air filter system back on and whatnot. That's going to be a little bit of pain, but I got to get the air filter system back on, and then I got to get the 45 loader for the X748 out of here, and I need to turn it off. It's counting up hours when it doesn't need to. And then I'll get the loader out of here, air up the tire. We'll take it for a quick spin. I will, today is Sunday, June 9th. And I will try to get by the tire place tomorrow. I bought new tires for my truck, which was... tires for trucks anymore are expensive. So I'm still trying to recover that. But when I was in there, I asked them if they had golf cart tires in stock. And they said they normally keep them in stock. So I think what I'm going to do is just stop by and have that one tire replaced. Not ideal. Maybe eventually I'll go replace the other 3. So let me get that done, and then we'll take it for a spin. All right, well, it's all it's running at least. Still needs new tires, but let's go for a ride. All right, let's see here. Turn the engine on. I'll turn the power on, and then it's in forward. Put the parking brake down, and theoretically we can push the gas and we go forward. I will have to say that this thing is very interesting to drive. It is very unique. I can't drive it too long because I got to air up the tires every 5 minutes. It's kind of, the suspension itself is stiff, but those deer tracks are new last night because it rained overnight. So I've still got to clean it up. I got to pressure wash it and everything, and I got to get the bed back in the back and whatnot. But overall, you know, it's a running, driving machine. I think it'll come in handy, and if not, we can always sell it. Seems to run really good. At least I think it does. It does have very low ground clearance. It does not like to turn with the mostly flat tire now. But yeah, I'll get it cleaned up, and you know, we'll be pretty good to go. I think we'll be good to go. So, get it pulled in its spot here. Target right here. All right, the brakes do work. Put the park. I want to have to remember to turn the key off. That's the key. That's the key to the power. I still got to tighten this back up and everything, but here we'll go around to the back and look in. Just so we're out of the wind. But you can see, I mean, it's not clean by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I would open up that other door, but it's so windy that you couldn't hear anything if I said anything. Had a little trouble getting it fired up this morning. I don't know what that's a function of, or if it's something I can fix. Hopefully I don't. I'll let it sit here for a couple hours. Gotta run to town, run some errands, and then when I come back, I'll see if it'll fire up again after it's cold. I mean, cooler, I guess. Because right now it's, I don't know, in the low 60s. So yeah, I don't know what we'll do. I think we'll keep it, but who knows. I mean, you see everything, and I'll pressure wash all this as soon as there's a nice day and I have some time. I'll at least get it cleaned up, because right now it just looks terrible. So anyway, I think this about finishes up this video. And so yeah, if you got questions, comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching.